And so I'm looking for judges to be more aware of who win, who lose. And you have open scoring now, whether that helps, whether that don't. But it seems always to be controversy on things that we don't agree or disagree to agree. But it's so many things that, you know, came into those fights with Jermaine Teller where is just a business power, passing of the torch, any means necessary long as he stands up. And if you take any evidence of where I'm at in my career and where Jermaine Teller's at his career, then tell me who fell off and who continued to stay on top, popularity-wise.
I'll let the fans tell you. I'm not going to tell you
Well,
that.
no,
because I get advertising dollars from both of y'all.
The fans, and you know, I read the internet. I read the internet often, and I continue to be aware of what goes on because it's business. I'm a promoter.
Just so y'all know, Bernard knows the difference between the internet and Boxing Talk. There is a difference.
Right, and I'm on the internet and I'm watching. Let me tell you something. The fans have spoken. The fans have spoken about this every time he fights. Fans speak because they're not getting what they feel that he been given. You know, it's a difference. The fans know the people's champ versus the corporate champ. I mean, everybody knows. They know whether it's this person or that person. They know. And the fans, at the end of the day, they want to hold you up. They're going to hold you up. They're going to make people understand that this is the guy we love. I mean, it's evidence. I mean, it's evidence. And that's why you're hearing the buzz on Boxingtalk.com about Miranda. You hear more about Miranda in the last 3 or 4 months on Boxing Talk than Jermaine Teller. So you tell me, here's a guy that's the undisputed to a guy that don't even have a title, I don't think, a world title, and you hear Miranda, because that's that infomercial, that punch, that seek and destroy attitude. So the tides are starting to change. So Greg can't speak for the fans, but he's sure writing what they say, and I'm sure reading. And the last time I read was yesterday was Miranda. We love this guy. We love this. And the pressure now is going to start happening to be put on the Teller camp. Because the fans who make you and break you is going to flood Boxingtalk.com over and over and over and over. And they're going to say, we want this fight. And then Greg Leon is going to get cussed out by a few people because he's going to write what the fans want him to write, not write what they want him to write, whoever these people are. And now you have a frenzy going on. And you know what? Greg Leon is going to do what he's done with a lot of fights, make matches through the internet. Now you have what they call a buzz. We have a controversy, whether he's the best or he's the best. And then the fans is going to put pressure on everybody in any weight class if they want to see these particular warriors fight. And then it will happen. When? I don't know. But it will happen. And that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see great fights in the year 2007 in any weight class, especially Bernard Hopkins.
You know, you're undefeated against Southpaw's perfect record.
Wow, 10-0.
Yes, and I know you can't accurately answer the question until after July 21st, but at the same time, you're a student of the game and you do your homework. So, I mean, being 10-0 against Southpaws and studying Winky Wright for the past decade, do you consider him a more skilled Southpaw than the previous 10?
I go all the way back to Winky's career as far as the first Brock Omar fight.
Okay.
So you got to go on the internet and look at it. He was real young, he was in high school.
Yes.
So the thing is this, is that, no, he's not the most talented southpaw I ever fought, but he's not the worst. He falls between, if I was saying, rate somebody between A, B, C, and D, he runs in between C minus, close to a B, depending on what day he shows up with his mental aspects of fighting.
So which southpaws that you fought that you consider better?
John David Jackson, slick, boxed, knew how to move.
Editor's note, John David Jackson is also a close affiliate of Golden Boy Promotions.
John David Jackson been brought to the table by Bernard Hopkins, and since then he have got other jobs with Golden Boy and other fighters too. Shannon Briggs, he's not with Golden Boy. I think he's with Don King. So John David Jackson is one of the hottest trainers that's in boxing right now. I said one of the hottest trainers. So respect to John David Jackson. I'm not surprised. We go all the way back to Philadelphia Championship when you was a champion and I was coming up. So
will you be sparring with him in preparation for Winky?
All the time. I would spar John. John is in my camp. John, Mackie Showstone, brother Nazim. So yeah, I mean, Malik, everybody. I mean, my whole crew. We locking it down. And Winky, he's talented. But when you ask me that question, I'm being honest because I have 9 or 10 southpaws under my resume, and like I said, I'm undefeated with southpaws. I'd rather fight southpaws than orthodox fighters. It's just the way my style is that suits me for southpaws. Southpaws look at me, be like, fighting me is difficult because the things that I do and the position that I put myself at every time, I know every inch of that ring. I know every inch of that ring. Instantly, I know where I'm at all times in that ring. It's just an experience, and it's something that I know that's important when you in position. You must know where you at all times to be able to operate. And so, having the style, knowing the experience of fighting a southpaw, whether they stand in front of you, or whether they move, or whether they do all above, Bernard Hopkins have had success and have the book on any southpaws that's fighting.